Everything that you've heard about this series, every preconception, just drop them for now. The simple answer to should you watch the Monogatari series is yes. So stick around if you're looking for the right watch order, and why you should not sleep on this series.
I love you.
Take it from someone who actually tried to watch Bakemonogatari back in my early anime days and dropped it thinking it was boring, weird, slow, so much dialogue, not animated like your average anime. But after picking it up years later, it is to this day one of my favorite anime of all time. The things that made me drop it unironically became the things that made me love it. The Monogatari series has a unique charm that I genuinely couldn't find in any other anime. You can tell the budget for it is practically a penny, obviously exaggerating, but they made the best out of that penny. It's a unique cinematic experience that immerses you into its world, with simple things like the shadows, all the empty space, the subtle changes in details, the iconic studio shaft neck tilts. And don't even get me started on the Kizumonogatari movies. Movie budget animation that will completely blow your mind and show you the high-paced action aspect of the Monogatari series. Every arc has its own meaning to it, whether you decide to watch the extra side character arcs or skip it. Even though at times it's not in chronological order and a lot of things is happening at the same time, by the end of it, it all comes together to create this amazing narrative full of questions, mysteries, romance, so many quirky characters that you grow to love and understand. And let me tell you, when it all clicks, is the most satisfying feeling. Like with Araragi's side quest with Shinobu's sword and Hanekawa fighting her tiger. Moments that make you feel like the loneliest mofo out there, or teary, emotional, maybe relatable struggles in the form of supernatural entities. Makes it hard not to admire the main characters and their epic moments, and even at times wonder what the MC and writer has been smoking for the more absurd moments. Like the goddamn toothbrush scene. Okay, I will admit, some parts are extraordinarily weird, but if it puts you off from the whole story, that's reasonable, but it doesn't change how amazing the message and the whole story actually is. I would argue even the heavily questioned Nisemonogatari season, which had the toothbrush scene and was focused on Araragi's sister, had a really nice takeaway, with the fake attempting to be the real thing, making it more real than the real thing, said by none other than the best girl con artist Kaiki Deshu. I know this makes no sense for the new people, but just trust me on this. But enough of my yapping. What solidified this for me was the last few episodes of Bakemonogatari with Senjougahara and Araragi's date. Probably one of my favorite dynamics when it comes to romance in anime in general. The way they built up the environment, and Senjougahara, despite always acting cold, being vulnerable to Araragi, the soundtrack and the exchange of dialogue between them was perfect. There's so many psychological aspects and just difficult lessons this anime surprisingly tackles. After all, it is in a way a story of internal conflict more than external conflict, even if the supernatural parts make it seem otherwise. Wrapping the anime up as it is now with a completely 180 no you moment that links itself straight to the start with Araragi's journey, ideology, and philosophy. The story always comes full circle. His constant need to try and save others, and the constant message that the only people that can truly help someone is themselves. A rewarding journey, and on top of it you get an amazing cast of voice actors and actresses who not just voice acts but also sings the opening and endings that actually have meaning towards the story and have hidden messages about their own characters, and just amazing soundtracks in general throughout various moments that only enhance the experience.
Wow.
And if I have convinced you to try this series, just watch it in release order. The way the studio intended the viewers to experience the story. When everything clicks in one place, that's where the satisfaction is. So start off with Bakemonogatari, which is the very first installment. That way you get a good idea of what to expect from everything else. Then you can pretty much watch the 3-part Kizumonogatari movies at any time, but I would recommend right after Bakemonogatari, and it will completely blow away your expectations. And a true start to Araragi's adventure. Then Nisemonogatari, then Nekomonogatari Kuro. Then I will start the Monogatari series second season. I watched it all in one go, but a lot of people say to watch episodes 1 to 11 of the second season, and then watch Hanamonogatari, then go back to the second season and watch episode 12 to 26. Then to wrap it all up, Tsukimonogatari, Koyomimonogatari, which is like 12 short special episodes, season 1 and season 2 of Owarimonogatari. This one's extremely important since it concludes a major arc. And finally, the 6 episodes of Zoku Owarimonogatari. By the way, there's way more I believe when it comes to the novels when the characters are a bit older and they cover things like Shinobu's past, but a lot of it just hasn't been adapted or announced yet. But who knows, maybe in the future we might just see more of the Monogatari series animated. Yeah, that's about it. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, especially if you found it informative, hopefully for new anime watchers. And yeah, if you're new here, hit subscribe for more anime, manga, and Japan related content. I don't know why, I just had the sudden urge to talk about the Monogatari series. I mean, just old anime in general. Lately I've just been having fun talking about all the old classics, bangers, that stuff I used to watch when I was younger that really made me emotional and stuff. Yeah, anyways, that's about it. Like and subscribe. Bye bye, like and subscribe. Peace.